everybody, I'm Matt Burns. I'm here at CES 2013. I'm with Vlad from Yota Devices. And you guys make the Yota Phone.
That's right.
What's special about the Yota Phone?
Oh, there are quite a few things, but I think the main differentiation is our electronic paper display on the back side of the phone, which we believe substantially changed the user experience and how the user interact with the smartphone and with each other.
So what you're saying is the front side has a normal screen.
That's right.
It's quite nice, actually. I see it there. And then when you flip it over on the back.
Yeah, and you have electronic 4.3-inch electronic paper display. And also we develop a certain number of applications which bring substantially new user experience for the smartphone users.
Like what?
Like, for example, there are 5 major scenarios. One is when you're running out of battery.
Okay.
For example, when you use Google Maps trying to find location.
Okay.
And if suddenly out of battery, you do one quick gesture and it's put the map on the back side of the phone. And because of electronic paper technology, doesn't consume power if the image stays there.
Sure. And
consume power only when refresh the image. So when the battery completely off, you still have a map. You can find the location.
So then, essentially, if my wife's getting lost, I can make sure that the map is always on the back.
There, like a paper map.
Yeah, sure.
So, and actually, it's pretty cool. Not only for this scenario, like you can have an online check-in. You have a boarding pass. You make just one gesture. You put your boarding pass on the back side of the phone, and you're suddenly out of battery. When you need to pass the security control, you still can scan it and pass it. And it works for coupons, for any type of electronic tickets, theater, cinemas.
It really is handy because I've had this happen before where my boarding passes ran out of battery.
Yeah, me too, many times actually.
Yeah,
many times.
it's
So there is a few other things, by the way. Obviously, you can read books because it's much more longer and much more comfortable reading, and it's actually one device instead of 2. And also, all kind of notifications and reminders bring completely fresh new experience because with current smartphone, when you get notifications, it pop up on a black screen for a few seconds and then disappeared.
Exactly.
So if it is something very important for you, you need to react immediately, not like in an hour or 2. Then you can have big troubles because you didn't react. So with our phone, when notifications pop up on the backside, it stays there as long until you react on this. And it reminds you constantly there is important things you need to react. So that's actually substantially different experience.
You really sold me on this. It's not really a gimmick. There's a big function. It's very functional as well.
Definitely. And another thing, it's always on. You can put the page of Facebook or Twitter or sport news, stock prices.
Sports news though, yeah.
Yeah, and it's updates in real time. So somebody posts a new thing at Facebook, you immediately see it. If the price changes, you immediately see it the same moment as it's posted or updated, because it's always on.
The trick here is this phone is 10 millimeters?
Yeah, it's actually below 10 millimeters at the bottom and 7.8 at the top.
So here is my iPhone 5.
Yeah,
put that up there and show that to the camera.
Yeah.
It's substantially taller, but it's not thicker.
Yeah.
Not by any measurable means, at least.
Thanks to our engineers, they managed to.
Yeah, it's incredible. This is a prototype, right?
Yes, this is the first prototype, which came out of the factory 3 weeks ago. And we're going to do a few other builds before the mass production. We are targeting to bring this to the market in the second part of this year in different regions. First in Russia, it's our home market, but then also in some European and also targeting North American market.
That's amazing. So let me ask you a question about CES. How was the show for you?
It was quite good. Actually, I spent most of the time talking with different industry analysts, influencer, media, because for us it's actually the first show we show the product. So for us it was important to get a feedback, what people think about our product. And I was actually thrilled with the positive feedback we've got about the user experience and applications and the whole idea and the concept we came up with. So I actually appreciate this feedback because when you work for 2 years, and we've been working for 2 years, like internally, trying to convince ourselves it makes sense, when you get such a positive feedback from the broad community, that's very good.
It's kind of ironic because I do a lot of home improvement stuff, and so I have a really rugged iPhone case, and on the back of it, I tape a piece of paper to it. So when I need material lists or I'm doing specs or dimensions, so it's always handy. So to have this, I'm sold.
Yeah.
If only it was an iPhone, I would get it.
And by the way, you can change it. I mean, you can put any type of image on the backside. And in particular, the first 2 years ago, when I realized that I have a picture of my son, only for the few seconds when I wake up the phone, and then I go to apps, and actually it's covered by apps. It's not what I would like. I'd like to have a picture of my son or my family's on the backside for the whole of the day. And that's
Sure.
actually pretty also kind of cool, powerful feel for the user.
Yeah. So when does this come out, and how much is it going to cost?
Well, it's going to cost the same level as any premium Android devices at this point of time. But in addition, consumer will get electronic paper display and all kind of applications.
Great. Well, thank you so much for stopping by
Thank
today.
you.
This has been one of the most exciting things I've seen at the show so far.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.